Okay, I think I'm right now. Hey everyone. I'm going to continue what I started working on last time. So, if you haven't watched that video, and I won't blame you because it's pretty long. I'm trying to build an Azure Devops extension that reviews code, that reviews pull requests. Um, Today I saw that Cursor has a headless CLI mode, and I'm going to see how this can be used, or if it's helpful for me. Okay, because last time I showed you how I'm using webhook to detect when a pull request is being made, and I wrote some code with Cursor that would analyze the diffs and try to give a proper review. Okay, yeah, let's see how the headless CLI from Cursor works. So it's the first time I'm hearing about it. I'm just going to follow the steps and we'll see how it works. Okay, so for installation, we see that we have this command, but yeah, it should be for WSL. Okay, so once I'm here, that's weird. Let's do it like this. Okay, so I installed Cursor agent. Let's run this command. Um, okay, let's do this. And then let's run again. Okay, so we installed it. And let's run it and see what's happening. Press any key to sign in. Okay, let's log in. Trust this workspace. Okay, first of all, I'm going to quit and I'm going to go to the folder where I have my solution. Let me open Git-Kraken. So I'm going to try to review some code. Okay, I actually have this sample project. Let me open this. I just want to see in which folder I have this. Okay. Go to, I think it's supposed to be mnt/3, something like that. Yeah, I forgot how to go to the another drive. Something like this. Like this. No. Okay, let's Google it. Okay. Ah, okay, so it's like this. Okay. Oh, I need to replace all these. Okay, but so I'm here. Let me go back a bit. Okay, and I'm going to check if I'm on the right branch. So I have this test branch called refactoring, where I have some code. For example, here I just have some text. Here I commented out a case and I wrote a comment saying that I should uncomment this before merge. So I'm hoping that cursor will flag this. Um, this is just uh, some styling. And here, this is a unit test and I changed the assertion. And in the DB context, yeah, I added the max length 100. So this should warn me that the text from that column might be truncated and I'll lose some data. Let's go back to cursor agent and let's see how we can review code. So it has this print mode for non-interactive scripting and automation. Okay, and oh yeah, this is what I was looking for. So it has this automated code review, cursor agent. Okay, so I can run this code. Let's see. And also this. Okay, let me make this full screen. So it started reading files. We can get a git history. It's looking at this commit. Let me check which one is this. Yeah, it's the latest commit. Okay. Key findings. Broken unit test. The text expects ABCD, but the service returns ABC. That's correct. Non-existing AI code review task. Pipeline references open AI code review task at one which doesn't exist. That's correct in a way. I mean, this is a custom task, but it's fine. Security vulnerability. Database firewall allows access from anywhere. Not sure what this one's about. Commented production code, critical business logic is commented out. Typo in error page. Issues should be issues. Oh yeah, that's what I had here. So in the error, yeah, I added the typo and it caught it. Security concerns, okay, code quality issues. That's actually pretty good. Okay, what can I do now? Okay, explain issue number 3. Will this work? I think I need to quit. Okay, no. Now the question is, can I use this to create reviews in my Azure Devops extension? Because I can run this locally, but my the backend for my extension will actually run in a server, probably an app service in Azure, for example. So I won't be able to run Cursor Agent there. What's more, I'll need full access to the code. Hmm. Okay, we see that they have a sample for running the Cursor agent inside the GitHub action with the same goal to do code reviews. But yeah, there's a lot of attention focus on GitHub, but nothing on Azure DevOps, which I understand, but I also see as an opportunity because a lot of companies will keep their code for the next few years in Azure DevOps, so they will want tools like this. That's why I'm trying to build this. Now, it would be cool to understand how Cursor agent works, and maybe I can reuse the same thing. So yeah, the idea would be to develop some kind of agent that gets the diff and then goes through the files. Okay, time to talk with ChatGPT. And I'm going to tell it to read about this. And I say read these pages. Tell me if Cursor agent headless CLI can be used to review pull requests from Azure DevOps using an extension. Okay, the extension backend will most likely be stored somewhere in an app service in Azure, but in my subscription. So I think I'll need permissions to clone the repo there and run the agent. What more, I'm not sure that cursor agent will run inside an app service, so I might need a VM. Let me write virtual machine. Um, yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, so I can run cursor agent on arbitrary files or diffs. Okay, Look what I'll do. I'll say I ran the sample command and got this output. Can I do the same? Um, want to have my own agent, not cursor agent. So cursor agent is essentially pull repo, detect changes, diffs, ask an LM for structure review, get output, post results. From the PR branch, use get diff or get show. Run your own review logic. Two options: LLM based, rule based static analysis. Integrate analyzers like Sonar, Cubes, and grep. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I was doing last week. I was getting the diff, and I think I have it here. Pull requests. What happened here? Here. Okay, so I had this pull request which got this summary. It found 4 issues. This one was good. The change in expected name is just modification validation rules. Okay, and that's it. Yeah, the commented out case for status. Okay, and modification in unit tests. This is what it got, but I don't think it saw the typo. No. So the cursor agent code review is a lot better than what I have. Ideally, I could find something that is good at pull requests, and my service would just wrap that and provide it for Azure Devops. So let me ask ChatGPT if there's something that could help me. Can I use to get out from Git diff that an LLM can understand? The plus minus syntax is not that good for LLMs. Yes. Interesting. I could take the old file, new file, and ask the LLM to summarize the changes. Let's see if this will work. So I could say something like review the code changes from the initial version to the latest. Tell me if you have any issues and summarize the changes. initial, latest. Edit the support contact line. This line appears immediately below. No structural changes. Okay, typo. Nice. Hard-coded email. Okay. What if I do this? Now do this. Okay. Some other changes that the namespace formatting, minor formatting tweaks. Okay. If core will not generate name as env100. Okay. Potential issues. Description is still unlimited by default. Required attributes. The schema change requires database migration. Okay, so this might be a good idea. So I would go each file and say, here's the latest, here's the initial version, and this is the latest one. Find the changes and review them. Okay, let's also look at this one and see what it does. Okay. Okay. I think I'll go with that approach. So let me fire up cursor. And I'm going to tell it to prepare another review version where it will compare the previous and the newest version of the file. Okay, so I'm starting a new chat, and here's what I say. Right now, let me open this. I'm reviewing all requests from Azure Devops using the webhook defined in, where is that? Webhook controller. Okay. Um, I'm retrieving the diff using services like pull request review service and universal diff generator and semantic diff analyzer. I want to have another approach where I'm no longer comparing diffs. Instead, I'm using AI to compare the previous version of the full file and the newest version. I need you to leave the current implementation as it is and create a new pull request review service that does what I think. In program.cs, you'll just inject that version. The only difference is that we'll take the full content of the files of included in the PR. and compare them with AI, then we'll summarize the changes and add comments if necessary. Okay, that's it. Now let me see if I have any code. If I have any code changes. Yep. Oh, I switched to GPT-4 Romania. Let me commit this. Okay. Okay, so it created this file. Now, while Cursor is writing the code, let me think. There are, I think, three scenarios that I need to have in mind. One is where you delete files. So in that case, I don't want to compare the old version, which is which is the old file, with the deletion. That doesn't make sense. I'll just tell AI that the file was deleted. Then I have the added files, which is okay. I want to analyze those. And I should also take into consideration moved files. But the most important one is modified files. Okay, where I have some lines added and deleted. Okay, I'm not sure if it's doing exactly what I need, but we'll see. So we have the connection to Azure Devops. Let's get the pull request. Okay, so if we have add, old content is on new content. Okay, old content, new content. Edit and rename, they are both under the same case. That's okay. And we have these excluded extensions. That's fine. And we have some build issues. Here's what this does. So you're a security focused senior software engineer conducting a thorough code review. Performance focused. Security focused. Interesting. So I have a review style. That's nice. But what I see here is that senior developer is not in this list. Oh, so this is the default. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Okay, it's done. So the web controller remains unchanged. Okay. Now I know that I have to run the ng-rock command. Okay. So let me take this. And I need to go to Azure Devops, to project settings. Where was that? Service hooks. And here I replace the URL with the one that ngrok generated. Next, yeah, this one. Yeah, it's not. It should be fine. Now I need to go here. I want to abandon this pull request. And I'll create another one, but first let me run my API. Okay, and let me add some breakpoints. Okay. Not sure I need this, but we'll see. So pull request review service, it's still called. The full comparison service, which is called by full file review service. Okay, is called by webhook controller. Okay. So let me go to program CS and see what I have here. What request review service? It's this one. Okay. So it should work. I'm going to go here. I'm going to take the refactoring branch, create the pull request, and it should hit the endpoint. No, not working. Okay, let me test this again. Oh, it's pull request updated in the URL. Yeah, it's the correct one. Okay, this test works. Let me finish and let me update the pull request again. So this one worked. Oh, yeah. I don't know why it took so long, but let's see what we have. So, okay, project repository pull request. We get the details. These are the pull request details. Okay, and we have an exception. Following project does not exist. Okay, have some unused code here. We'll try again. Okay, so that's fine. Get the commits. We have only one commit. Okay, and this one fails. Oh, that's wrong. You see, here we need to set project ID, so I'll put project ID. And the next one is the repository ID. Topic 1000, not sure what that is. But we need the commit. Okay. Oh, wait a moment. Let me go back. So there's also this one with the commit ID. But we need the first one to be the project. So we have project commit. Then we have the repository ID. Then we have top, which should be this. And that's it. Okay, let me go here. Okay, let's see if this works. So I'm going to try to make again a review. I'm going to save the pull request to trigger the webhook. Okay, we have the endpoint hit. Yeah, this worked. So we got the commit changes. And now it should try to go through all the changes and it will create a file comparison. Let's see what it does here. We get the file path, the file comparison, okay. It says that this is a rename. It's interesting. Okay. Created the comparison. Now it says change type is modified, okay. New content, old content. Let's look at the new content and see if we have the new, yeah, we have the max length here. And if I go to the old content, oh, no, that's not correct. But I want to see if the AI comparison is done. So once all these are done, what happens? Let me put a breakpoint here. Okay, so we have full file comparisons. That's correct because we have 4 changes. And then I think we'll create the call to OpenAI. Okay. Now let's see what we have. So content. There are no significant changes. Yeah, because I think we're giving it the new version. You can check the changes here. So in the OpenAI service, we have the view code changes from prompt async. Okay. So this was already called. Oh no, it's here. Still, the the files that get returned are not the latest ones. Here, what I'm going to do. To go here and find out why it's not creating the right uh, why it's not fetching the right content. Okay, I'm going to update the commit again. Okay, so old commit. Nah, that's the problem. So old commit and new commit are the same. Why is that? Let's see. So here we see that the list of commits is only one. Okay, then I'll need to tell this to cursor. So first let me make sure that the code base is indexed. Okay, and I'll say the commits retrieved with this function is a list with only one commit, not two. Why? My PR has only one commit, but you should get the commit from the target branch as well. Also, why is pull request variable not used? Remove the call to fetch it if you don't need it. Let me stage these changes because they are functional. I mean, they compile, it seems to do the right thing. Okay, so the issue is that all returns commits that are part of the pull request itself, not the target branch commit. Okay, we need to get the target branch commit separately. Okay, that's fine. Let me stop this. It build the code. Okay, so it takes the target branch commit. In our case, the target branch commit, let me go here. So I'm testing with domain. It should be this one, E8E. Okay, let me run this again. And now I'm going to make a change in my pull request. My code is going to get invoked because I made a change, and we'll see if the code review is accurate. Okay. The following project, oh, it messed up the parameters again. So we have target branch commit. Yeah, here you need to give the project. Then the repository ID. Okay. No, this is a repository ID. Come on. Then we'll do it like this. Okay, this should work. Okay, making another change. let's see what this will give us. It is uh, target ID. Okay, who got involved? Target commit ID is main, but we need the commit ID. This returns main. Do we need the commit instead? Okay, project. It messes up the parameters, so that's project ID. Okay. Okay, so this is the project ID, this is the repository ID, and this is the target branch name. Project ID, repository ID, source branch name. Okay, let's run this code and see if it works now. So I'm going to go to my pull request. I'm going to update it so that the endpoint gets triggered. And we'll try again. Now I'm waiting for the endpoint to be hit. Okay. We have the target branch name, which is main. That's correct. Source branch name is refactoring. That's correct. Then the commit ID of target. That's correct. That's correct. Okay. I think now we have the correct changes. So let's see. For this to do DB context, yes, we have the new content. It should be the one with the max length. That's right. Okay, and let me go to the old content. Yeah, it's the one without it. Okay. So now we should have 4 file comparisons. Okay. Then it goes here and it makes semantic analysis. Okay. In file, a significant change was made to the to-do item class by adding the data annotation attribute. Specifically, the name property was modified to include the max length attribute. This change introduces a validation constraint on the name property. Okay. That's fine. Let's add a breakpoint here as well. But after this is done, then we go to these comparisons. So we have this one, create enhanced context. Change was made from blue item class by adding OK. Okay. Now it reviews the file comparison. I think this will file change type, file size. This is not important. Okay, so we have this prompt. Okay, and the response is changes made by adding max length. Okay, and comments. Addition of using system. Okay, is necessary. The max length. Okay. Okay. So far it looks pretty good, but yeah, there's a problem here. I don't have, oh, because I don't have any suggestions. Let me look again at the JSON content. So it has comments, but it doesn't have suggestions. Okay. Okay, let me go here. Wait to see what's the review for the next file. Here as well. I think we might have a problem here. Oh no, this looks okay. So overall assessment. Okay, we have suggestions. And the review result has 0 suggestions. Now, why is that? We need to go here and see what happens. Okay, so JSON content. That's correct. It got the JSON content. Okay, but it couldn't serialize it. Try again. Okay, so let's see, we have this JSON content. I think this should be valid JSON. Let me just check. Okay, so the JSON is valid. View data. Review data, try get property comments. Have comments? No. Suggestions? No. I'm going to feed this response to cursor. Parse the review response function doesn't work. Here's an example of response from OpenAI. This, I see that this generates an empty result. It's an empty result with 0 suggestions or comments, even though it has in the JSON. Why? Okay. of the current courses can flat JSON structure, open is returning a nested structure with the review object containing okay. Okay, let's try again. We'll go to my pull request. We'll make an update. The endpoint is going to be hit. Oh, not sure what happened, but my service wasn't running, so let's try again. Oh, let's try again. Happening. This work. Why doesn't this work? Okay, we have something here. Build process pull request. Okay, this. That's weird. Oh, I haven't made any changes here. For some reason, this fails. Okay, we'll try again. What's wrong with Okay, if this doesn't work, then I'll recreate the ngrok endpoint. Yeah, stopping this, running it again. Okay, now let's replace it here. So yeah, it was something related to injury most likely. Let me run this for file comparisons. That's correct. Okay. Now let's see if the review is correct. Okay, it has issues. It parses the comment. Let's see what we have here. Comments one, code quality. Nice. Okay, this seems to be working. So I'm going to open this for post comments. And the review result has 5 comments, all on the same file. Okay, let's see. So, okay, critical code quality, the return statement has been commented out. Okay, and I think those are finished. Now it will pause the sound. Okay, let's see. We have 3 files reviewed. There were supposed to be 4. Nothing here. Okay, considering adding additional test of our edge cases. If the grid data has changed, okay. Okay, this looks good. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to instruct cursor to remove that code for the semantic analysis. Where was that? I'll ask, do we still need the semantic analysis for each file? I think we can remove it because we have the whole file comparisons. Okay. Instruct the AI to also check for typos. Okay, let's see. Filling in grammar and constant variable names. Okay. I think that I'm close to having something ready. So the full file comparison is actually a pretty good idea because this is a very good use case for an LLM, to give two files and extract the differences between them. Now imagine that you have a pretty big file, that would be a problem, but with code, ideally you should not have pretty big files. And I could instruct it to only look at valid extensions like CS for C Sharp, JS for JavaScript, Java, and so on. If you have a file with 2000 lines of code, that's still okay. And I think it should be enough for GPT-4o mini. Okay, let's run this again and see if it's still functional. I'm going to abandon this. Oh, yeah, no, I need to abandon it. I'll make the pull request again. I think this is the one that was abandoned. Yeah, I'll just okay, so refactoring into main, create, and I'll need to make some change because the webhook is for the updated pull request, not for the new pull request. Now it should hit the endpoint, correct? The review starts. I have 4 file comparisons. And something failed. Let's look at the stack trace here. Okay, and what's the problem? Get string. Which one is this? I'm just going to add this here. Okay, don't parse the content like this. You can instruct OpenAI to give you a JSON using the response type, I think. Let me check. Response type JSON. Okay, let's look here. OpenAI response type JSON. Response format. Okay. Define out safeguard flags and it's into direct. So this way, I will tell OpenAI that I want to have a specific JSON structure which will deserialize directly into C# model, and that will simplify the parsing part. It would also be safer. And after this is done, I'll run it again and see what happens. I know that OpenAI has also response API or something like that. Responses API. This might be better than the completion API. Yeah, I might have to look into this as well. Okay, the code compiles. So now it does the deserialization like this. Okay, I'll add a breakpoint here and let's see how it works. So I'll make a change, save it, the endpoint should be hit, and we'll see how the review works. Okay, OpenAI response is not no. Okay, let's see. And the screenshot and ask if this is okay. The screenshot from the bot. No, is this okay? I see that model assessment is no, but review. But the review property has data. Did you update the prompt as well to instruct OpenAI to provide the response with the correct JSON structure? And try again. Nice. Will this also provide suggestions? This would be awesome. Imagine that you have a typo and the AI just gives you the text without the typo and you apply it and that's it. It would be cool if this would work. I'm going to run the code, make the change, save. Let's see what happens. OpenAI response. This is again null. Okay, so this is the response that I get from OpenAI. This is the JSON from OpenAI. I think your C# model is incorrect because the overall properties are in the review, not outside. Okay, let's try again. Okay, OpenAI response review. That's okay. So we have the result is here. Let's check our pull request. Okay, critical. The test now expects ABCD, which is incorrect and lead to false negatives. Okay, that's good, but we don't have the typo. See? I'm curious why it didn't find it. So now we have 3 files. Yeah, for some reason file comparisons is 4. Okay, but why didn't it got the, let me go here. It takes only 3. Something is wrong with that one. Where should review file comparison? Okay, let's see what's happening here. Included file extension. Which file is this? DB context. Okay, that's fine. Okay, error.ch included file extensions of any and contains and not contains. Okay, so I need to add that extension here. Oh, nice, we already have this. Okay, I think I can run it again. I will abandon this, create a new pull request. And I don't need this. This is for the abandoned one, and this is for the new one. Okay, we have the 4 files. Okay, I'm going to let this run. Actually, let's check what happens for each one. So I want to see if the HTML one with the typo is caught. So OpenAI response. What does it have here? You might want to add a sentence that refers. Okay. Improvements. Wrap the email address. Don't care about the issues. Correct the spelling. Yeah. Okay. Nice. And then you're going to add comments for each one. Okay. That's it. Let's look at the pull request review. So, code review summary, profile review, reviewed 16 issues found, full file compares. Okay. 5 issues, 3 issues, 5 issues, 3 issues. Yeah, this is very aggressive right now. Maybe that would be a mode for the pull request review. Okay, it is unclear what is commented. Okay. The method created does not enforce maximum length. Okay. Typographical error in the contact message. And this one. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so I think now I have a better method of doing the comparisons. Of course, I'll still need to be careful with costs because I'll be comparing the full files. Still, I think that right now I have all I need to build the MVP. I'll go with this route. The next step in the next video will be to create I will refine the pull request. Okay, it needs to be something useful, not too aggressive, and also not something that misses important issues. Once I have something that's useful, I will create the extension and publish it. Yeah, I'll try to do another video in the next 2 or 3 days. You can subscribe to the channel and you'll get notified when I'm posting the next video. Thanks for watching.